Foodie and welcome back to another video, everybody. So we are in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Kind of doing a walk around today of the old city. So today we're at the northwestern corner right over there of the old city, the old wall that surrounds the kind of old town of Chiang Mai. It's built like 800 years ago, and it's kind of a good cultural hub for the city where there's tons of things to do and see. And first off, we have this cool temple right here. Let's check it out. Beautiful architecture. Now, I've been in this one before, but I'll show you guys because it is pretty nice. Looks like we got a lot of other travelers today. Pop the shoes off. Look at that. So yeah, today what we're gonna do is kind of just circle around the old city. It's a couple kilometer walk to do the whole thing, and I'm gonna point out the cool restaurants, cool temples for you guys, show off cool stuff like this. Very cool, beautiful architecture, sculptures. Everyone say hello to the Buddha. Cool. So it's a smaller temple, but it's a really cool one. Very quiet, peaceful. One of the main ones you should see over here. Let me double check Google Map for the name. I will probably mispronounce it. That's how I do it on the channel. So Wat Raja Montian. Probably pronounced that wrong, for sure did. Okay, so first temple down. Right across the street there is a really cool temple too. But today's theme is gonna be just literally walking around the full perimeter of the square. So let's check it out from here. I've been, when I stay in Chiang Mai, I'll actually do this walk as a bit of exercise. You know, it's a good, I'll have to look up how many kilometers exactly, how many miles it is. But it's a good way to get a workout in. So it is August 9th. It's a bit cloudy and it's been pretty rainy. So on today's checklist, I want to see if I can find an umbrella. August isn't probably the ideal time to visit Thailand. Thailand is just a place that I always come back to. You know, in this journey in Southeast Asia, it's my third time here this year. And so, you know, for me, it's kind of whatever. I'm gonna come back regardless. Oh, side note, this place right here, Khao Soi Kun Yai, amazing khao soi there. You have to go. I made a separate khao soi video and I went there, so I will link that for you guys. Sorry, side note. That's the thing. There's so much cool stuff on this square. I'm gonna be a little bit ADHD. But anyway, back on topic. August isn't probably the ideal time to visit Thailand if you're, you know, coming in as a tourist. But it's been pretty rainy, kind of cloudy. I will say though, the temperature's not as bad. It's been in like the low 80s, even the high 70s at some point, which has been pretty cool. So we have this other temple here. Let's check this out. Pulling up Google Maps here. So this looks like it's called Wat Kuan Kama. And let us see. Yeah, the ADHD is going to be strong on this one, guys. So many cool spots on this, especially the northern half that we're on, or the northern stretch of the city. There we go. There's a map right here. So yeah, we're right here. We started here. And yeah, we're just gonna work our way around for the video. My hotel is right about over here, so pretty convenient. Cool. And actually, this is a good time. Give you a rundown. So up here, I've noticed I found like the coolest restaurants in this area. And then this spot isn't as cool stuff going on here. There is actually a cool hot pot place somewhere here. I'll try to point that out. And then when you go towards this way, then you have a lot of the crazier nightlife and some of the night bazaars. And then down here, there's even some cool little night markets that happen as well, but not like the main one. And then all through here, obviously, there's tons of cool little temples. The Three Kings Monument's pretty cool. I plan on making some more comprehensive videos of the city because there's so much to do. Like I said, today we're just focusing on the moat itself. So yeah, pretty cool. Chiang Mai is one of my favorite cities in the whole world. That's why when I wasn't feeling that great, I just wanted to kind of relax and get my bearings straight after being sick. Chiang Mai was felt like the right place to go. Cool. And so this one was blocked off from the front, so I don't know if I should be going in there. The door's open, but there's like a gate. We'll peek our head in though. And then yeah, behind the scenes of what it's like to be a blogger. I feel super weird talking on camera again after a week and a half, 2 weeks of not blogging. It is a habit you got to keep in touch with. So am I talking too much? Am I talking too little? You know, your brain always kind of thinks about that type of thing. Okay, another temple down. Let's see if there's anything we're missing with this one. So one of the things you'll notice with Thai architecture is there's a lot of these dragons that go up the staircases. Famously pretty much all over Thailand. And then it's a lot of red with gold trim and then kind of a white base. And then obviously you see here other colors mixed in, but like green and blue kind of inlaid with the gold. The primary color palette is, yeah, like a red and gold. And then it has, you'll always notice too, it's got the layers with the swoop, I call it, and more dragons. Really, really cool. Some of my favorite Buddhist architecture. Sorry, getting in the way of a photographer there. Some cool horse statues. Okay, moving on. Now, if you're stumbling upon this video because you're coming to vacation in Chiang Mai and you're looking for a quick boom, boom, boom video of the cool stuff to do and see, this is more of a blog style episode. I'm sorry, this video isn't going to be as quick as you would like. I do plan on making more of a comprehensive video that's like a full-on guide of a lot of stuff. As I'm here for a little while, I'm going to compile a lot of things. So subscribe or save this video and check back. Within a few weeks, there will be a video like that with all that stuff. Whoa! Photographer lady's almost gonna run me over. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna do more of a precise, just listicle style one for people looking to come here. Otherwise, today's more of a casual, just hanging out, vlogging video. For those of you who tune in episodically to my videos and are kind of following my journey, an update for you guys. So after Nepal, I was going to go to India. I had a visa ready and everything. August is a pretty hot time of the year, but I was kind of anticipating that, obviously. As long as I have some rooms with air conditioning, I usually don't mind, you know, toughing it out while exploring for the day. Another temple. So I can't check out every temple, guys, so I got to keep on pace. That one looks kind of cool too, but maybe not as crazy as the other ones. But yeah, so I was going to do India, but then I got kind of sick in Nepal. The first week, I had quite a bit of a chest cold. And then the second week, I had food poisoning, some stomach issues, not a good time. And then as I was kind of wrapping up, not feeling that well, I was also planning out where I was going to stay in India. No, thank you. And, what hotels and stuff and what cities. And I was having a hard time finding ones with air conditioning in my price range, which is kind of a first on this trip. But I guess, in India, your options are more limited. So I just didn't really want to do that in August. And I think had I not been so sick, I would have been more emotionally ready just to tackle that. But I was like, I wasn't feeling it. I remember one of my last days in Nepal, like the day I was looking for hotels, I was sweating to death in the room. I didn't have AC in that room, and I wasn't bad except that last day. My stomach was all crazy, and this was going to be my first time going to India. I wanted it to be special. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with that. I'll wait for the conditions to be better for it. So last minute, I was able to find a really cheap flight from Kathmandu to Bangkok. Like, let's go back somewhere kind of chill, kind of comfortable, but also still interesting stuff to make videos and interesting culture experience. Chiang Mai is one of my favorite cities in the world. So we'll be doing like 2 weeks here just to check it out. I'm slowing down a bit. We got some sightseers. Not judging, there's a lot of sights to see here. And they might have the same idea I do. So now here is like the main northern gate area, or the wall. And this is one of the main roads that goes into town. And that'll be a video for another day probably. We're keeping to the border of the city. So anyway, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right there. Again, for those of you who follow me in previous videos, I said I had some plans to go to some kind of cool new countries and stuff, but travel stuff just doesn't always work out. I kind of made the executive decision. We'll save it for another time. I want that part of the trip to be cool. And also I have friends in Thailand, some locals and other travelers, expats. So it's kind of fun to see them. I've been starved for a little bit of a social life. Although I did make some really cool friends in Nepal. You guys are watching. It was fun meeting you guys. So anyway, back on topic. So let's just see everyday life. So previously when I've walked, we're heading towards the northeast corner. Previously, there's less touristy stuff, like when I've walked here other times, but more everyday life stuff, which I want to show to you guys as well, because I think that can be just as interesting. Tons of cool coffee shops that locals and tourists seem to like too. When you walk by one or go in one, you'll see kind of a mixed crowd, which is cool. I like seeing other Westerners and English speakers so I can practice my English. Even today, I'm like blah, 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 trying to use my words. When I was in Bangkok, I did meet someone from Ohio. That was exciting. From Cincinnati, kind of the other end of Ohio, a few hours away from me, but still kind of cool. We knew, like, we had that psychic connection. Not only we knew we were both Americans, but also Ohioans. It's a whole separate breed. For the sake of not making the video too long, I think I might cut the camera and pop it back when we get to the corner and regroup from there, or if something interesting comes up. Just because I want to show some of the more simple aspects along with the touristy stuff, but I understand that's only so interesting for you guys. So, see you in a sec. Okay, so like 2 seconds went by since I turned off the camera. Like, it was right there. And then I spotted this cool little coffee shop here. It's called Rich Coffee House. And I need some caffeine bad. So I ordered a cappuccino. And then they have a really cool dessert section here. So I'm normally not a sweets guy. I'm a savory guy. But I haven't had breakfast yet, and sometimes with a cappuccino you want to get something sweet with it. Feels just right. So I got a macadamia brownie thing. Sounds pretty good. And this was 129 baht. I'll put that on screen. I forget exactly what that is in US, but not a bad price. I have a feeling it's going to be really good. So we'll see when we get it. Okay guys, take a look at that beauty. So we got our chocolate macadamia brownie, cappuccino. Let's do a taste test. Ooh, guys, this is good. Let me gotta get a face reaction here for YouTube. All right, guys, this is pretty good. Let's get a face reaction for YouTube. Oh yeah, that's dope. I'm not the best like critic of sweets, being Mr. Savory, but good old brownie. I love macadamia nuts, so nice and crunchy, salty, perfect. I feel really sad. I dropped one of the macadamia nuts in the ground. I know like Mother Nature will take care of it, like an animal will eat it. I just feel bad that I wasted a nut. Those are really tasty. Now let's try the cappuccino. Oh yeah, perfect. So, and that's what's fun about like Chiang Mai. You're just walking and you randomly find a cool spot like this, and you're like, you know what, it's coffee time. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then we'll keep going further. Guys, check this out. So, stopped by this little, it's like a little Chinese restaurant, and I found this like deep fried crispy seaweed. I love seaweed, but I've only ever had it like packaged from like a store commercially, so I had to try it. And then little crispy pork boys. I love these. So these are both 20 baht, so 40 baht in total. I'm not gonna eat them now. I'm gonna save them for later as a snack. And maybe later today we'll find a cool, peaceful spot to eat them, or at least munch on them. I want to save them mostly for my hotel room later. But this is the place. The coffee shop is right down there, a few feet. And the reason I stopped is because it smelled so good, but I'm not hungry for a full meal yet, but I was like, I'll at least get a snack. So, man, this was a few minutes ago. I was like, this corner quadrant of the square is maybe not the most exciting one, but here we are. Twice now I pulled out the camera like within 2 feet of each other. This cappuccino is awesome, by the way. Chiang Mai is a good like coffee headquarter, if you want to call it that. Like, it's a big coffee city. Coffee shops everywhere. I don't really do fancy coffee, and iced coffee's okay. It's not my thing. I'm a good old cappuccino guy, like DJ Khaled. Bring out the cappuccino. And no, it's great. Like, it just straight up, I don't add any sugar or anything. A lot of times I even drink coffee black. That's actually my test for how good coffee is, for a coffee place. How good is your black roast? You know, nothing added to it. Then impress me more by adding stuff to it afterwards. Ooh, another cool food spot here. So that's another good point, Chiang Mai tip. You will find tons of good restaurants here. It's a foodie capital of the world as well, I would say. Or one of, you know, like in the Mount Rushmore of foodie cities. And you will find plenty of restaurants that are real kind of hip and cool looking, and you'll get a great meal there 99% of the time, right? But you might be overpaying. But a place like the one we just walked by, that's kind of got that little more local hole-in-the-wall feel, you're gonna get a way better deal, and the food's gonna be really good too. And I know it's cliche to kind of say you look for the places less fancy and you'll get a cheaper meal, but you're not skipping on quality, I promise you that. Now obviously you can get unlucky and go to a place that isn't that good, but there's a khao soi place kind of back that way, a little bit off the square. I made a semi khao soi video as well, and it's kind of just like the size of a big garage. There's nothing fancy, and you pay 40 baht for a bowl of khao soi, and it's incredible. And it's funny too, it's won a Michelin star 3 years in a row, 2023, 2022, 2021, and it's just the most inconspicuous looking place. So kind of keep that in mind if you're shopping around for a restaurant when you're here. So anyway, now we're at the northeastern corner of the wall, or the moat, and I'll go to a better spot where you can see, because you probably can't from this angle, but between those two roads there's like a moat going around, like a river, and then this wall, I want to say it goes back to like the 12 or the 1300s. And this is just so cool. Like little things like this that you see when you walk around with the trees, with all the roots and vines, this little picturesque temple. Real cool. So, and then across the street there, we have a big temple. I've never actually been to that before, but it's not on today's path. We're sticking to the path of this video.